Hi guys, so I'm gonna make a few videos because I got to figure out the demo schedule. So I'm just gonna do a few of these enameling samples. And the first one I'm gonna do is hammer or roll print on copper. So I've already textured this piece and I've done the back. So I'm gonna show you what you're gonna do to start off with. I have some magazines in the classroom, and you just want to rip off a piece of magazine so you can collect all the enamel. You definitely want to wear a mask, which whoop whoop I have on. And I've put a little bottle of clear fire water mixture in each of your kits. So once my metal has been annealed and cleaned, I am ready to enamel. So I will take my clear fire and I'm just going to spray that. Not too much, just a bit of a wet surface so that I will be able to have the enamel stick. And you have a sifter, and I have my enamel color, and I also put a penny in each of your kits. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my mask and try to talk very loud for you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my sifter, and I don't like it too full, I like it about half. And I like to slip that penny in there because it helps it sift. Okay, I also gave you guys a little cork. You could set it on the cork and sprinkle it, or you can hold it like with your fingers. And these are twisted, so you can use your fingernail, or you could sift gently like this. And the idea is, it's a little bit more challenging with the transparent, which is, we're starting, I forgot to say, with the 2015, the golden clear. With the opaque colors, you definitely, you want to coat it enough to where you don't actually see the copper so much. But with the transparents, you are going to see a little bit of it. And you want to keep moving around and try to get a really even, less is more, okay? If you get too much, you're going to have to grind it off. But if you get too little, you can always go back and add a little bit more. So I try to, remember, this is glass. You definitely want to wear your mask. So you can see here, it's a little bit lighter on the corner. I might add a little bit more here. Okay, so bam, I've got this piece coated with powdered glass. Now, there's these trivets that I'll put out. You always want to do the back before the front. So I've already done the back. My front is where the hammer texture is. And I'm going to set that on there. Okay, balance it on your trivet. And because it's still wet, I'm going to put it on top of the kiln to dry. You don't want to put it right into the kiln after you've done your clear fire, because it will bubble and it won't look good. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on top of the hot kiln, dog hair. And while that's drying, if this is contaminated, I'm gonna just put it in a sweep jar. Right now, it is contaminated. Whoops, I lost my penny. So pretty much immediately, I like to try to save this because it is expensive. So I'm gonna put that back in there and close it up. Now, I have a lot of leftover enamel on this paper, so it doesn't flow around the classroom and things. I'm going to, see, there's a whole lot of enamel there. I'm going to get a little container. Right now, I'm just going to use this little tray, and then I'll dump it into something else. I want to go ahead with my mask on, dump that off, and now this is important. You want to fold this, fold it, fold it, fold it, crumple, and put that in the trash. Okay? This I'm going to put in a container that I can use later. So we're going to jump ahead. It's okay if my piece messes up. You guys know I always demo. So we'll say this is pretty dry. It's on the trivet, and you're going to put it on one of these little wire racks. Try to make sure it's stable. Okay? And then I have these enameling forks here, and they just scoot under, and they have a little shield for heat. I also have some gloves in the classroom in case it's too hot, because this is much hotter than like baking cookies. We're going to fire this at about 1500 degrees. So I'm going to open the kiln, and this one is different than what's at school. Okay, so look at this, very, very hot. I'm going to take this little fork and I'm going to go right under here like this. And I'm going to place that into the kiln. Okay, it only takes 2 to 3 minutes if your kiln is really warmed up, which mine is, and hopefully at school it's going to be. And then I'm just going to set a timer. Honestly, sometimes I've forgotten. I can go ahead and take this mask off because most of the powder is gone. I usually have to keep this in my hand because I will forget. I'll walk away, I'll go check, I'll go pet my dog, whatever. So we're going to go ahead and just let this be in there for 2 to 3 minutes. And I'm going to hold on to this because I don't want to forget. If I do forget, the enamel can burn. It can just pull away from the edges, and I want to make sure that I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. We're just going to wait a couple minutes here, and I'll show you the results when I'm done. All right, so it's good to go. I'm going to pull it out very carefully. It's hot. And then I just want to set this on a surface, and you can see all the hammer texture through the piece. So that is the first one. Thanks, guys.